Jason Buckner here from Automation Made Easy, just reaching out to see how your 2024 went. Was it good for you as far as email and follow-up is concerned, or was it a bit of a problem? See, most businesses that I'm working with are finding it more and more of a struggle to get into the inboxes, to get past the spam filters and to get people opening their emails. You know, once upon a time, we could easily get 30 to 40% open rates for our emails. But those old ways are very quickly dwindling. So the thing is, the number of emails on average going into everybody's inbox has literally doubled in the last 12 months. So from today to today, 12 months ago, it's doubled, okay? And then from there, the number of emails in the previous 12 months before that has doubled, and the previous 12 months before that has doubled as well. So each year we're doubling the amount of emails going into people's inboxes. So it's already a struggle. You know, we get onto the delete process when we're receiving those sorts of emails. But as a business owner, we've got to fight against all of those emails in the inbox and stand out. But there's more to it than that as well. So Google and Yahoo were the first ones to adopt this, but all the other email providers are adopting this as well, where they've decided to become the email police. And so what's happening is they are making all these hoops to jump through, rules that we have to comply with, so we can actually get into the inbox. You know, we've got compliance like DKIM and SPF and DMARC. We've got to make sure all of those are set up on our CRM so we can send our emails out. You should have done that already. But then we've got to make sure that firstly we've got compelling content so people actually open our emails. If people don't open our emails, then we've got to make sure it's compelling. And then the final thing is, if people aren't opening our emails, we've got to make sure we don't email those people. And there's a whole process to make sure we get all of that in place. And even if you use other methods, email is still very, very important in your business, and yet it's dying. So we've got to make sure we're jumping through all of those hoops, complying with all of those rules first, before we even think about other marketing strategies that we'll go through, of course. But right now, I want you to make sure that your open rates are sitting somewhere between 17 to 28%. Well, actually, that's the average, okay? But what I want you to be doing is making sure your open rates are sitting somewhere between 50 to 60%, okay? Every time you email someone and your open rates are between 17 to 28%, there's about 70% of people or more that the Googles, the Yahoos, and everyone are saying these people are doing the wrong thing. Okay, so we need to make sure we're not emailing those 70% of people that aren't opening our emails, because we're getting crosses against our domain, crosses against our name every time we do that. Okay, so it's super important to make sure we're being compelling, we've jumped through all the hoops, we're getting people to open our emails, and those that aren't, we stop emailing. And there's a sweet spot. If they haven't opened for 4 months, that's when we stop emailing. Okay, see you on the next one.